In the final week of this campaign.
Because women pigs. Rates bodies on a scale from 1 to 10.
To the guys out there, I want to be honest. You know, there's a reason why we haven't had a woman president before.
I know there's a bunch of guys that are upset about having a woman president. They just don't want to fess up to it. Take it from me, you'll get used to it in a hurry. It'll be good.
So how do women voters feel about that? Joining me now is our mom panel. We have Nell, we have Beth, we have Courtney, and we have Kathy, all joining us once again. Thank y'all so much. You're welcome. All right, right out of the gate, who is voting for Trump out of the four of you? Okay, so three of you. You're voting for Hillary, I assume, Nell.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, regardless of the fact that I think that she's the better candidate, I do not think it's a bad thing to vote for someone because of their gender, in this case, as a woman.
So you're just voting for her because she's a woman?
Not just because she's a woman. I do think that she's a better candidate, but I think that having a woman in the cabinet breaks down stereotypes and bigotry that we have felt our entire lives historically. There have been 44 male presidents before her. It's time we have a woman in the cabinet.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, and I have to go on record as saying that this election is not about ovaries. Between these two particular candidates that we have, there has never been a more clear divide between what kind of America we're going to wake up to. And it trumps color, it trumps gender, it trumps lifestyle. This is a do or die moment for our country, and we have had over 30 years of dealing with Hillary Clinton, of looking at what she has done, and history tells us that she will sell America off to the highest bidder, and that is something we just cannot afford.
All right. I see you shaking your head when Nell was talking. You were shaking your head.
Well,
Why?
you know, I'm offended, actually, by the Clinton campaign's rhetoric that we have this war on women. I do not believe there's a war on women. I believe that Hillary, she puts us into these groups. She segregates us, men versus women, black against white. And, you know, there's a lot of voters out there that are buying into that. And this is not a race about gender. This is a race about policy.
It's very much so a race about
gender.
gender.
I don't believe so. This is my 8th presidential election that I'm going to be voting in. And my core values, my belief system is still the same. And I believe in traditional values. I believe in, you know, social and fiscal conservative principles. And I'm not going to buy into that rhetoric that because I'm a woman, I have to align with Clinton. You know, her values are not remotely close.
I think
to mine.
every woman would agree that we want a female president at some point. The question is,
just not this particular
we haven't
female.
heard from you. What's important to you and your family?
Well, first of all, let me take it back and just respond to the point on the war on women. I think this is Hillary's last desperate attempt to try to distract the voters and get them off of the issues that are most important, like national security in this election. So she's trying to trick them. She's trying to make it a war on women. She is not a champion of women.
Correct.
She is only a champion of one woman, and that is Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
That's it.
At the center of Hillary is Hillary. There is no higher American principle that is driving this woman. She is completely driven by self-interest. We saw it with the uranium deal, where as soon as she signs the document, her husband gets a $500,000 speaking fee engagement with the very Russian
Nell,
people.
how do you say that
It's just, sorry, I'm sorry, go ahead.
how do you defend that? Because a week and a half ago, we were all talking during the break. A week and a half ago, she was up by, in one poll, 12 points. All that changed when they reopened the email investigation. I mean, she's facing she is being investigated by the FBI.
And that matters. I understand that. But I think that I think to sort of soften this conversation a little bit, what has been brilliant about this election is because it's between Trump and Hillary, because it is between a man that's sort of like the pinnacle of patriarchy and money and power in our society and someone like Hillary Clinton. That has made for a very dramatic campaign for all of us to watch. Personally, I die a little bit inside when I hear women telling me that they're going to vote for Trump, because I do believe that this is an opportunity for us to take a stand on equality and change a power dynamic that's been going on in our country since the founding of our nation.
She said she dies a little bit. You laugh. I do laugh because
I want our daughters to know that this is.
I think it should be about the best candidate.
She is the best
not about
candidate, in my opinion.
She's a criminal or religion over one or the other. It always should be about the most qualified candidate.
I'm humiliated. I'm humiliated as a mom and as a professional, educated woman. I'm humiliated that our very first female candidate is a corrupt criminal. I mean, I'm embarrassed.
Who knew Saudi Arabia was the primary financier of ISIS and yet received millions of dollars from this. This is not me making it up. We've seen it in her own writings when she was writing to Podesta. She knew who Saudi Arabia was and had no problem.
So,
She's
thank
shameless.
you so much.
She's shameless.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Does Donald Trump